Make some whoopee.
Oh boy, whoopee, whoopee. We're in the 50s now.
Well, you know, I'm trying to keep it
tie
clean.
it to the comic books.
Trying to keep it clean
Right.
for the kids, you know.
Inspired by the adventures of our nurses, therapists, and techs, A Beer with Atlas is the only healthcare traveling, craft beer drinking podcast. Each week, we'll open a few beers, talk about the brewery and the style of beer, and then dive into some research curated specifically for each episode. In the end, we hope each one sounds like a conversation you'd have with your friends while enjoying a few cold ones.
Welcome to another episode of A Beer with Atlas. I'm Rich.
I'm Brian.
I'm Dolan.
And this week of week 2 of Drowning Out 2020.
That's
we
right.
are officially in 2021 now.
Yeah.
So we could technically just say, screw
Yeah.
this.
Mm-hmm.
But we got some business to do.
We got to drink beers.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We got to catch up because we've got a lot sitting back in the beer fridge. Again, don't stop sending whatever.
That's right.
Us beers. It's just that we have a lot of them, and we will get to all of them.
It's something I don't know, it's an annual thing now. I always look forward to it.
I do. So, okay, this week we have one beer from Ohio, courtesy of friend of the show, Thomas Piper. Brought us what do we got? Double Pumpkin Ale. Frog Hollow Double Pumpkin Ale. Last time we had a pumpkin ale, I dumped it on my MacBook, and that cost me a lot of money.
Oh, well, good thing you didn't bring it in here today.
No, I better put my phone over on this
good
side
idea.
of the table. Another beer from New Jersey Beer Company that we just hit last week. Mm-hmm. Was it last week?
I think so.
This week is called the Brewers Darkside series American Brown Ale.
Yeah, we had that Saison, I think it was.
Oh, that's
wasn't it?
right. Yeah. So we got that one, and then another one from Ohio. This might have came from Thomas too. I'm not exactly sure.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Prandtl, is that what
Yeah,
it is?
Prandtl's.
Platform beer company, Prandtl's Chocolate Almond Torte. That's a lot.
Says sweet stout on the bottom. I assume it's going to be sweet.
What do you want to start with?
Let's start with that one.
You want to start with that one?
Yeah, let's get that one going.
Okay, all right.
You know, I'm a dessert for dinner guy. So this is going to be the dessert, I think.
Ooh. It
Looks pretty good.
It looks good. It looks I don't know. It pours thinner looking than it actually looks in the glass. So Platform Brewing Company, I don't think we've ever done them before.
No.
We have, and we've got a couple of them coming up here in the next few weeks. So Platform Brewing Company is located at 4125 Lorraine Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio. Platform began as a collaboration by Paul Brenner, a home brew supply store owner, and Justin Carson, the owner of a draft line servicing company. It's a little you got
Industry
chocolate and my
connections,
peanut butter
yeah.
kind of deal, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I got this, you got that. All we're missing is some hops and barley. And
So we have in Elkhorn. There's a home brew
is there?
location, yeah.
Oh,
It's called Papillion, which is funny, right?
but it's located in Elkhorn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
And they have beer on tap there that they make.
Oh,
So
what's it called?
I think it's like Papillion or something like that. That's the name of it.
Platform was founded in 2014 on the premise that collaboration should be at the cornerstone of everything they do, whether it be pro brewers, home brewers, or brewing a variety of other industries. Beer is special and should be shared. Seems
Yeah.
like a pretty common message with brewers. So I mean, we hear this same sort of thing over and over and over again.
Yeah, we haven't really heard, this is my beer, get away. They
Yeah.
usually want to share their stuff.
Well,
I mean, I'd drink as much as I could if I worked there.
who's the one up north that's like the we brew beer that we want to drink. If you don't like it, get out.
Oh, I don't know.
Is that like it? Not. I don't want to say. It's a bigger one. Like Founders.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I know that they say they brew beer they like to drink. I don't know about the get out part.
Okay.
That feels like a Rich Smith thing.
Maybe it is. Maybe I'm just making that up.
That was Dolan on the mic there, guys.
What do you think, Dylan?
Almond Torte. More like Almond Torte.
Oh, with the pinky out.
Oh, fancy.
That's interesting.
It's not that sweet,
It
which
is
is
not,
okay.
no.
I was a little worried.
You know, there is definitely a dessert
Yeah.
taste to this. Almost.
It's definitely layered. There's a lot going on. I definitely get almonds.
The almonds are up front for me,
Interesting.
but chocolate too.
That's good because it has those things.
Chocolate almond.
So they did their job,
The
and it's sweet. So checked
The-
all the boxes.
Yeah.
almond bark, but with the chocolate instead of the white.
Instead of the
chocolate.
white.
They
I
make
like
chocolate almond bark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the white though. I prefer the white.
Me too.
Same.
8.5% on this one. That's why I picked it.
Ah,
Let's kick it off right.
I like it.
It's got lactose in there too. Smooth it out.
That
You can
explains
kinda
a
tell.
lot. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking in your glass there. It definitely looks darker now that it's sat in the glass.
Right.
Must have settled down a little bit. It's got pretty decent lacing on the glass, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Almost looks like nitro.
You know,
Almost. There's not a whole lot of bubble.
The bubbles look real small.
Yeah.
That is true.
I like how they list everything on the can. All the malts, the hops, the yeast, the adjuncts, everything.
It is
Yeah, that's cool.
very detailed on the can.
Yeah.
Not too many people do that.
And they've even got, well, obviously the ABV, IBU, but then they got the Play-Doh on there, the gravity.
Beer
What we
nerds, man.
figured out.
Well, that goes back to the draft servicing line company and the homebrew store guy, right? I mean,
Yes.
they want to know all those things.
They know that stuff and they're going to share it with
that
you.
shit's important.
They want you to know it too. Yeah.
Right. Right.
So this was their second collaboration with this bakery. And the bakery's in Pittsburgh.
Really?
Yeah. And did some research on them.
Okay, so it's not even in Ohio.
I don't know. The brewery's in Cincinnati, so at least one of the locations that I found out.
They have 3 locations:
Yeah.
Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati.
Yes.
Yep.
So it's a Cincinnati brewery with a Pittsburgh bakery,
Okay. All right.
which I thought was interesting because they're heated rivals in football.
Yeah.
And did they just not lose last night?
This was as of recording.
Yes, as recording in real
Yeah.
life.
They're also National League Central foes.
Yeah.
as well,
So it was like, oh, okay, well, they can get together on this.
okay.
So it has been in Pittsburgh 100 years. This building has been a bakery where this location's
Wow.
at. And for the last 50 years, it's been this place. So it was a different bakery before. And in the last 50 years, they have 100 different things every day that you can go to this bakery and buy.
100
Yeah.
pastries and whatever else.
So it's a German-style bakery.
Okay.
So what they have a lot of danishes with like different fruit fillings. So that, maybe you got 10 things right there.
Yep.
Nut-filled coffee cakes.
Yes.
Got a few different ones of those. Your standard breads and donuts and bagels and that sort of stuff too.
Yep.
But what they are known for is their desserts and their cakes, and specifically this cake.
The Almond Torte.
Yes. So here's how it came to be.
Okay.
I did a deep dive on their website. Henry Prandtl is the guy that owned the bakery, and he runs out to California like 49 years ago.
Okay.
And he, does what you do, rub some elbows, made some connections with like an almond supply group in California because they had a surplus. And they're like, hey, can you get some of these out of here for us, please?
Oh.
He's like, no, let me see. And he kind of hung out with some local people around there to see how they were using it.
Mm-hmm.
And got an idea, took it back to Pittsburgh,
Okay.
made this cake. And it's their most famous thing. They make it all the time. You can buy it. You can have it shipped. I checked out the prices. For a decorated one, that means with like icing and the almonds on the side and stuff. A full sheet, well, the decorated one is $130.99.
Yeah.
And just a full sheet without the extra decoration is $116. They say it feeds 74 to 80 people.
What?
So you must be taking fairly small sizes. There's also an 8x8 version that's $28.
Okay.
That's 8 to 10 people.
Yeah.
This bakery has been voted one of the top bakeries in the United States. It's also been on the like TV shows and news things. It's won these awards or these designations. Top places to eat for Food Network. Best cake in Pennsylvania. TripAdvisor Certificate of Excellence. Best cake in America from Huffington Post. And best of wedding cakes So they make that stuff too.
Wow.
And the website is The Knot, which is kind of like your go-to wedding, you're getting
Yeah.
married site.
Oh,
so
I was gonna say.
2018 on that one.
You were just on that, weren't you?
Yeah.
You had to think.
Yeah.
You can put your registry and stuff like that too, I think. So
It made
I had no idea.
Made things so easy. So easy.
so that's apparently around, if we were on the East Coast, we would know about this place. But since we're here in Omaha, we don't know about Prandtl's.
I've never heard. No.
I thought I'd heard the name before, and that's probably why, because I'm sure I've seen it on TV. But the cake, if you look up a picture of it, oh man, it looks like a lot.
I mean, you voted best cake in America.
Yeah, so they're not joking around.
And there's some legit places making cake. You know what's interesting? What I want to know about this is, so he went to California just like to look for almonds. He's like, hey, honey, I'm going to go to California and see if I can find some almonds.
I think it was like they invited him to come down. It was like the Almond Growers Association, and they were that sort of thing, like almost a convention, because they're like, we have got to get rid of this product.
We got too many almonds.
We've got a lot of almonds, which I didn't know they grew in California, but I guess they grow everything there.
I guess. I don't know.
So that's just a little brief information on that place and why they're making this beer. And I can't remember. I had the information somewhere. I might not have wrote it down, but they did a different cake for their first collaboration, and then this was the second.
And
one.
this is the second
Yeah.
one. Interesting.
Oh wait, I think I found it. Sorry. In 2019, they did a blonde version, so not a stout, but a blonde version of this.
Of this.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet that'd be good. Mm-hmm. Wow. So that was just last year.
Yes.
Huh.
And that's when this one was released, like late last year.
Late last. Okay.
So
That would make sense. Last time I saw Thomas was probably about a year. Yeah, about a year ago or
Yeah.
so when he sent us some beers. So
as I
or
talked,
brought us some beers.
and this warmed up, the chocolate came out big time. For
I was
me.
trying to
it's
warm
so
it up.
Good. That's really good. If this is where we're starting,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a pretty good.
Way better. Like you get. Yeah. Okay. It was too cold. It was too cold. You got to let
so
it warm
good.
up. You have to, because you get the chocolate, you get the sweetness, you get the kind of the lactosey kind of that sort of.
that smooths it all out.
Way different. And almost the almond almost kind of disappears.
Yeah, it kind of took a back seat.
It's still there, but it kind of just
It's in the aftertaste for me now.
Yeah.
But that's phenomenal.
So, like I said, locations in Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati. 2019, in Cleveland they opened a location called Funkin' Ship,
Okay.
and we'll talk about this in 2 weeks. Funkin' Ship is where they do all of their sours.
Oh, I thought it was like a funk band.
That would be
Hang
cool. Maybe they have funk
That
bands.
would be cool.
Maybe Parliament would come
Yeah.
there and play every once in a while.
They're from that area.
Are they?
Yeah.
Is George Clinton from around there?
I think he's from Detroit originally.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Bootsy Collins is from Ohio. I think too. It's like the creative place of where funk music came from. So
Interesting.
That maybe makes sense.
That would make a lot of sense then. I'm going to hit you with the downer here real quick.
Oh,
though.
boy. Okay.
Yeah, because this is the only one out of the next 4 weeks that I'm going to have that we're going to say this. August 2019, Platform Beer was acquired by Anheuser-Busch.
Oh well, I'm over it.
Huh. You're still making good beers though.
This tastes great,
Yes.
so I don't care. That's the kind of drinker I am.
Next.
It's craft. I'm not gonna drink it anymore.
That's right.
Right. I mean,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm too old to die on that hill.
Okay, all right. 2 weeks from now, we're going to talk about kind of the difference between like private equity money coming into beer and just getting bought by Anheuser-Busch or Molson Coors or whoever.
Okay.
So I can't wait to talk, because that's a little more in-depth business side, which I found super interesting. But yeah, I was kind of sad to read that. But then again, at the same time, I don't fault them. I'm sure they get better distribution now. So, and they're still making damn good beers like this.
I mean,
It's
it's
really
kind
good.
of-
So
I don't know why everybody gets so mad about it, because it's kind of like everybody's business idea, right? Is to, for the most part, grow
Sure.
something up and make money on it. And
Maybe here's the thing. Maybe if their flagship beer, maybe if Budweiser was better somehow. And I get it.
yeah,
A lot of people drink it. A lot of
Yeah.
people drink Bud Light. Do they really like it though?
I don't know. Probably
So
they sell a lot of it. That's for sure.
yeah, I know.
Post Malone likes it.
Another strike against him.
With that, we move on to the next beer. Which one? You want to do New
Let's do
Jersey?
some pumpkin.
Okay.
Let's do
Pumpkin?
that. Yeah.
So, staying in Ohio, Hoppin Frog. We got to go all the way back to episode 7. Was the last time we did a Hoppin Frog beer. Thomas has brought us a number of these over the past 2 years
Yeah.
ish.
Didn't we have what was it? We have
That was the
Shanty or something?
Turbo Shanty Citrus Summer Ale.
Yeah, I remember
Now I
that.
know you just had
The blueberry.
the blueberry one.
And that one was by far my favorite one that I've had from this brewery so far.
Instantly pumpkin. As soon as I opened this, it smelled like pie.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure I gave that one a 5 on Untapped, and you were like, what's wrong with you?
Well, here was the thing about that one that probably struck me, and I would still, even though that was episode 7 and we're on episode 100 and whatever now, it was a shanty that was 7%.
I mean, yeah, if you're going to do it. Go
That's
ahead.
a recipe for disaster in the summer, though.
I'd take that gamble. Yeah.
That's like passing out at the pool bad. I mean, if you're drinking a shanty, you're thinking, okay, I'm drinking all day long.
Well, you don't want to be in the sun all day. I mean, that's bad for your skin. You can go in and take a nap
You're
when it's real hot.
You're drinking a 7%er. You're not thinking about your skin.
No, you're not thinking about anything after
Okay.
a few of them, probably.
Oh.
I saw some brewery around here. I don't remember who it was. Making, maybe it's Boiler,
Okay.
alcoholic water.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What?
It's not like a seltzer. I don't know if it's sparkling water.
Who was that?
I think it's Boiler.
Was it Boiler?
It's like 5%.
I saw it on Facebook.
It's like raspberry, I think I saw.
That doesn't surprise me from those guys at all.
Yeah.
They love doing
But
crazy
you can buy
stuff.
a crowler of 5% water. I was like, oh, hell yeah.
What?
I remember when Cross Train opened, they had that hop water.
Hop
for a while.
water.
That was really good.
Delicious, yeah.
It was cool to make it with lemonade. I had that at a beer fest one time. Oh, that was really good. That's a pro tip. If you got any
There you
fresh
go.
hops around
Yeah.
the summertime, smash them up to get those oils released. Throw them in your lemonade pitcher.
Oh.
Real good.
So Hoppin Frog, located at 1680 East Waterloo in Akron, Ohio. These guys are like across the board recognized as one of the best breweries, not only in Ohio, but in the country. So Rate Beer just voted them, and this was as of early 2020. I don't believe they've released their 2020 yet. This is 2019, released in 2020, if that makes sense. They were the 20th best brewery in the world out of 33,000 entries.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Ugh. Yeah. Holy mackerel. 20th out of 33,000 entries. Best brewer in Ohio out of 328 entries. Best tap room in Ohio out of the same 328 entries. Best beer in Ohio. We need to try this just based on the name. Okay.
Okay.
The beer's called, it's barrel aged Doris the Destroyer.
I think I've had it.
Have you?
I think so.
Wow.
Double Imperial Stout.
They have Doris. They have Boris. They have a whole bunch of stouts.
Really?
So our friend Aaron Daly, I think he was in Minnesota. He went back home, visit some family, and up there they have it. They have beer there from this place.
Oh.
So he did a call out to the beer friends that were on the chain. Anytime anybody goes anywhere, they send a picture of the menu, and you have 10 minutes. And if you want beer, you respond in 10 minutes.
Oh.
And then whoever is there buys the beer and brings it back.
Oh.
So he did that. And I think we spent, I don't know, he'd have to tell you. It was like $500 on Hoppin Frog stouts. So I
Really?
bought, probably 8. I think I've had that one before. We'd have to check on tap. But
Oh, we'll check. We'll check here at the end here. So, founded in '94, so they've been around for a little while.
yeah, there's OGs, as
Yeah.
they say.
Fred Karm, between the Great American Beer Festival and the World Beer Cup, they have won 23 medals since '94.
That's pretty good.
Legit.
Yeah.
That's over the top legit. Like these guys are, as you start at the very, very largest of the craft, right? If you go with Boston Beer Company and Sierra Nevada, these dudes are right up there with them, right? I mean,
They must be. They just don't distribute here, huh?
outside of distribution, yeah.
Yeah.
But as recognized and award winning,
Yeah. So on here, most of the things it says I like. Ale brewed with pumpkin and spices, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Cinnamon, check, like bold face check for me.
Oh yeah.
This one scared me.
Okay.
Ginger.
Yeah.
I don't like ginger. I'm not picking it up a whole lot. Thank goodness for me. Then it says nutmeg, allspice, and clove. Those are all winners for me. So if I pretend if I squint and I don't see the ginger on the label. All right. 8.4 also.
It is by far the most pumpkin-y spicy of all the pumpkin beers I think we've ever done. Probably.
Yeah, this is definitely super pumpkin spice.
I love it. Yeah.
It's
I love pumpkin spice.
I love it too.
I'm basic when it comes to that, you know?
Yeah.
I just love it. So good. Smells good. I just almost don't want to drink it.
It's over the top pumpkin smell, like pumpkin pie, boozy pumpkin. Yeah.
You don't want watered down. What's the point of that?
Well, and seeing all those ingredients that you just read off the front of there is how you make pumpkin spice.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I feel like this is the liquid version of that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's spot on. Stick your finger in a thing of pumpkin spice, lick it. That's the
what it
spirit.
tastes
That's what
like.
you get. You know, and the one that I ended up dumping on my MacBook,
Yeah.
not too many weeks ago,
Right.
was maybe more artificial pumpkin
Which
spice.
one was that?
That was the Westo.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but it was. I mean,
punked.
punked.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
It was
right.
a little different.
Well, because that was a Belgian style beer with
Correct.
pumpkin spice, and this is a pumpkin beer, I guess.
This might be the best pumpkin beer that we've ever done.
Big words.
Yeah. Now,
In
I like
January.
Well,
This is the fun.
I do. Here's the thing, though. I told you back in August when we started doing these beers, right? I love this time of year. If we
Yeah.
can drag this out, I'm still drinking Oktoberfest beers. I still have Oktoberfest beers.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nice.
I found one lone 12-pack of Sam Adams Oktoberfest way at the back of the cooler at Hy-Vee.
and you're like, that's mine.
Yoink.
Yeah.
There's at the grocery store near my house, Family Fair. They still have a bunch of Goose Island Oktoberfest.
Yes. I love
So-
that Oktoberfest.
Yeah,
There you go.
I liked that one too.
I mean, it's never. I mean, malty beers are great because it goes fall, winter.
Yeah.
And we are in real time now in winter, even though it's like 60 degrees here today.
Beautiful today.
Dumb.
Yep. Yeah. So that we've only talked about them, where we have talked about them a few times. So I didn't do a ton of research on
Yeah.
them. I just think anytime I'm talking directly to Thomas right now, anytime you want to bring us more Hoppin Frog, we will definitely not tell you no. In fact, you could just pretty much write your ticket.
Yeah.
What do you want from Nebraska, Colorado, and we will make a 1-to-1 trade
We'll do it.
for you.
Yeah, I mean, this stuff is pretty good. And as far as I remember, that frog logo is on every bottle.
Every
It doesn't
one of
really
them.
change too much. I think there's a Christmas version. I think he has a Christmas hat on. If I had to guess, I mean, they do change it up a little bit, but the main gist of it is that same thing. Now, I'm not sure why there's a full moon.
I wondered about that too.
Frog's Hollow Double Pumpkin Ale.
Frog's Hollow.
Okay, let's read what it says here.
Okay.
Frog's Hollow Pumpkin Ale. There's a place just south they call Frog's Hollow, with cauldrons of fire and fall, and they only speak in whispers of the name. There's a brewery, they say, who has the secret of spices picked just right. With a crying shout, they'll knock it out and hand you this frog's delight. Made from the finest ingredients to create a superb, flavorful beer of the highest quality. Man, they did it.
That just makes me want it to be October again.
Yeah.
And just and go to fall things and pumpkins and
Pumpkin patches. And,
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't do that this year.
stupid COVID.
7.3 IBUs.
Really?
So they just held some hops in front of the bottle, I think.
They just
in this one.
they rubbed it on the outside of the bottle.
Yep, and a little bit got through the label. That's very low.
Yeah.
I mean, that's detectable. That's about all you got there. So,
Yeah.
You're
What was the ABV? 8.4?
yeah,
Wow.
Good. It was good. I like it.
it was good.
Thanks to Thomas, I've had probably like 4 or 5 different Hoppin' Frogs over this last year or so. For sure. There's grape one, blueberry, orange, lemon, lime I had.
Didn't he seem like there was a grapefruit shanty that we had too?
I never got to try the grapefruit one, but I know there was a grape one I got, a blueberry, a lemon lime, the orange, and now the pumpkin.
Dang.
So,
And I'm all other stouts. That's what I've had.
Yep. Yeah.
But
I'll
I'd buy
just-
this if I could.
I'll take whatever's left.
Yeah,
That's good because I'll drink anything.
That's what we're doing today.
So, okay, last one, New Jersey Beer Company. We just did those guys last week, located in North Bergen, New Jersey. Looked it up. You could drive to New York from there. It's close.
Okay.
It's not too far. New Jersey's not a very big not a very big state, so
It's kind of strange when you look at the map or like really figure out the states over there versus like where we're at.
Yeah.
Because like I think it's either maybe it's New Hampshire. One of those states over there, you can drive across it. It's like 60 miles or something.
Oh, yeah.
And then in Nebraska, it's like almost a 4-hour drive. And then you go to Texas, and you're like 12 hours.
Yes.
It's like, holy crap, you can fit all the states in one over here.
Yeah. That reminds me of when I was driving to Pittsburgh from, we were in Toledo, Ohio. We played a show there, and then we went to Pittsburgh. And we went through the little small part of West Virginia, like just the small part that goes north.
Yeah.
It's like the little pin part.
Yep.
I think it was like 40 minutes.
And you're like through it.
Like we just went right through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I've seen some movies, and you don't want to go to West Virginia.
I don't know. There was a gas station there called Sheets,
Okay.
and I had some pretty good nachos there.
Stories from the tour. Remember those nachos at Sheets,
Remember that?
West Virginia?
Remember when we had to stop 50 miles down the road at that rest station or rest stop for Dolan because he ate those nachos?
Yeah.
No,
It was worth it.
It was awesome because the nacho was it was like a puffy nacho, and inside each chip was cheese.
Oh boy.
And then it was smothered in meat and cheese, and they're like a restaurant. You walk in and it's like made to go. You touch the screen and you put what you want on the nachos, or if you get a burger or whatever.
Wow.
Then they make it. There's like 6 people in a line, and they're all doing different things. They make it for you, and then it's fresh and
It's like a nacho artist.
Wow.
yeah, called Sheets.
Sheets.
There you go. Plug.
I guess
Yeah,
this episode of A Beer with Atlas brought to you by Sheets.
Sheets.
Gas station.
I guess.
Oh, Sheet.
You know, I've always wanted to go, speaking of gas stations, I've always wanted to go to one of the Buc-ee's down south.
Oh.
Right? With
The Beaver.
The Beaver place.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Everyone talks so highly of those places.
We had.
What is it? Circle K? What is it?
We did their salsa on Atlas Eats, I think.
We did.
Yeah.
But they've got all kinds of like private label stuff. Like I guess they're like big, like almost. I don't even know. Like they're just huge.
They're like what we know is like Pilot, but a restaurant, like full on restaurant inside.
It wouldn't be an episode if I didn't spill beer. I guess.
That's true, man.
Yeah.
We should have a paper towel dispenser in here.
We should.
We should.
Good idea.
At one point, we were actually going to do some T-shirts. I was going to have Aaron design some T-shirts for us.
Yeah.
And the logo was going to be like little caricatures of Rich and Brian, of me and Brian, in like spilled beer. So there'd be like a beer can. This is a beer with Atlas, and then it looks like there's like spilled beer, and then there'd be like little like caricatures.
Yep.
And then Brian was like, Aaron was like, that's too hard. I'm not going to do that. And then, and then work caught up to us, and we decided we better
not do that.
We better do other stuff.
Work on the computer system instead.
Yeah, exactly.
This one looks very Batman.
There's a definite Batman component, like bat signal.
Yeah.
What kind of beer is this one?
Brown ale.
Brown ale. Yep.
So you had a hard pour
I did.
after a rough open.
Yeah.
So you've got quite a bit of foam.
Yep. That's a nice looking pour right there.
I've done it a couple times.
Yeah, maybe.
Today. All right.
We covered these guys last week, so I'm not going to go into a ton. But the Brewers Darkside series, if you're interested in this brewery at all, this is a place that as soon as you log into their website, it says follow us on Untapped, which they're all over Untapped.
Okay.
Which is great. The only problem is though, like if you follow them, get ready for some like they just put this on tap, and you'll have remorse,
FOMO,
because you can't go get it. Right.
That's really very delicious. By
Is
the way.
it?
I
Is
just
it?
tasted it.
All
Yeah.
right.
I'm
So
gonna go for it.
The Brewers Darkside series, this series right here, is a rotating series of brews for when the days grow shorter and the temperatures drop during the Jersey winters. So we're drinking this at the right time.
Yeah, we are.
I still had pumpkin beer on my tongue, and so this was just like a shock.
It's more hoppy smelling.
I would say it's
malty?
not like normal brown, not like the ones we had from Wyoming or anything like that.
Oh wow.
It's got almost like some spice to it, maybe. Something is different about it. I'm gonna have to let it sit for a minute and
boy.
try it again. But
and we've had this conversation as kind of I've gone down my beer road.
Mm-hmm.
I have gone from, okay, first I'm gonna if I go to a brewery, what do I order first? Sours.
Yeah.
Then I went to IPAs.
Yeah.
Now I've moved to lagers and
Yeah.
browns and pilsners.
Right.
Or whatever. I would not be upset if this is what they put in front of me.
Yeah, for sure. Dolan on the nose with my research for this brewery.
Oh,
Man.
Bat symbol.
bat symbol.
So I was like, Batman, okay, that's too easy. Everybody knows about Batman.
Of course.
But let's learn about the bat symbol. Let's get nerdy with it.
Okay.
So it's basically, right, a distress signal or a device that was used to summon, request Batman's help.
Batman, yeah.
It is a specially modified Klieg, Klieg searchlight,
Okay.
which were around in the 40s. And then there's a stylized bat that was attached to the front of it. That's how the symbol is made.
Okay.
It's also, not only is it supposed to call Batman to help, but it's used as a deterrent. So other criminals out there
Like they
would
see
be
it,
like, oh
right.
shit, Batman's
Oh,
around.
No.
Yeah, maybe I won't steal this.
I'm Batman.
The first appearance of the bat signal, Detective Comics number 60,
This would have been a good trivia question. I would not have got that.
February 1942.
Oh, wow.
So that's a long time.
So let's put it in perspective. First appearance of Batman is Detective Comics number 27.
So very close
So
after that. yeah.
very close.
And this is around, World War II.
Yep.
Jack Schiff was the writer. And then George Roussos and Jerry Robinson were the artists.
So Bob Kane was gone by then.
Yes.
Okay.
This was right after his first encounter with the Joker. Oh. And they were like, we need a way to get a hold of Batman.
Okay.
And this is it.
Bat symbol or bat signal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I grew up with the TV show, Batman. That's how I grew up.
Adam West.
Yes.
Yeah. Burt Ward.
That's my Batman. They didn't use this in the 60s show. They called him on the phone.
Yeah.
All the crime happened during the day,
Of course.
luckily
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really around. It was there, but not like it was in the comic books, I guess is the best way to say it.
Right.
Then in it was in the movie in 1966. So the Batman movie that they put out.
Okay.
And it was used kind of to like trick the criminals to thinking that Batman was going to show up because he usually had to go to the police station to see what was up.
Sure.
So they thought, Batman's going to be there. And then they, pulled a fast one on him.
Yoink.
It was used in every end credits of the show at the end of the TV show.
Yes.
So like it was, you saw it.
It's shining up
Yeah.
into the.
Batman. Yeah, that. So like that was there. So it was a part of the show, it just wasn't in the actual show. Let's see. In that version, like in the comics, I guess Batman gave it to the police as a gift. So it was like, here you go. Once the Joker allegedly died, you're like, here you go. You need to get hold of me. Somebody else shows up. This is how you do it.
The best on-screen kind of representation of that was the Tim Burton Batman from 89. Okay, so that was at the end. How do we know? How can we contact him or whatever? And that Commissioner Gordon said he gave us a signal and he turned on the bat signal. And, yep.
Which is the Batman movie where it has all the mirrors and it's reflected in. He's like sitting in his office or what? Is that Batman Returns?
That was Batman Returns. Yes.
Yeah.
So he can see it from there.
Right.
Yep.
So that's in that movie. So that's what, 92? Somewhere in there? I think it was.
Yeah, probably 91, 92.
Somewhere in that range.
Yep.
The Dark Knight,
The Chris Nolan movies. Yes.
Commissioner Gordon destroys it at the end, right? He, with an axe or something, like chops it all up.
I think you could argue that was the best. He was the best Commissioner Gordon.
Oh yeah,
We'll see.
We'll see how it goes.
I'm
yeah.
excited to see the new Batmans, but let's see. He so far has been the best, Commissioner Gordon.
And then Dark Knight Rises, they show it. It's kind of rusted out at the beginning because it's been sitting there and unused for a while.
Yep.
But then at the end, there's a new one, and nobody knows why is it there because at that time they think Batman's dead.
Well, it's because the only the only arguably cheesy part of that is the Robin piece at the end.
And that was the best part for me. I loved it.
Really? I mean,
other than me getting to do the Bane voice for my kid, that's my favorite. 'Cause I was like, why don't they make that movie? Why don't they make that movie?
I'd watch it.
I would too.
At this point, though, he's not Robin. He's Nightwing. He takes over for Batman.
Well, that's
so,
okay.
I mean, if you want to super nerd out on it.
Well, you could.
That's it.
Make that movie. Has he been in a movie?
Nightwing? No, we have not had a Nightwing in a movie yet.
Do it.
No.
Plus, I liked him as an actor.
I liked him as a Robin character.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a great Robin character.
Way better than the actual Robin and Chris. What's his name?
Oh, Chris from Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute Chris. I don't remember what his last name is. Sorry.
You're right about the Bane voice, though. That was Matt Lawhorn, director of Experience here at Atlas, has to wear a modified sleep mask for his sleep apnea that's so bad that it covers his whole face like this. And he brought it in one time, and he seriously looked like Bane. Oh, and so I'd make the Bane voice.
Yeah, that's
Misty,
great.
I'm going to bed. Good night. If you would like to come and make some whoopee.
Oh boy, whoopee, whoopee. We're in the 50s now.
I'm trying to keep it
tie
clean.
it to the comic books.
Trying to keep it clean
Right.
for the kids,
I don't know why I liked Bane
As
so
we're
much.
drinking beer.
As we're drinking, that's true.
Okay, I was trying to keep it clean for Misty. I wasn't trying.
Yeah,
to...
not for him.
There
Right.
you go.
Right.
I don't know why I liked that character so much, but I did. Maybe because he's so big, and Tom Hardy's a good actor, and
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I liked him. He was a great
Yeah.
representation. If you were familiar with the Batman comics at all, Bane was over the top, like strong, badass, and this was the best they could possibly do with him on screen.
I mean, when you saw him in the one with Poison Ivy, right? Was that? But that's also with Arnold Schwarzenegger, whatever that one is.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
don't
version of Bane, and it's terrible.
It's terrible. But I'll tell you, that's a little more comic relevant than
Probably more accurate.
Yeah.
Oh, bummer.
Bane was just a big steroid freak.
Dummy, huh?
Yeah.
I like him more in the Nolan verse,
Right.
where he's kind of smart and cunning, and yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna do his voice, but I'm not gonna do it now.
Just like this. Put your hands in your mouth and talk like this.
But he's got some sort of accent like that.
Oh yeah, he does. He definitely has that accent. Yeah.
I was born in the darkness.
Put your hand. You gotta put your hands over your mouth.
If you want a good Bane clip, go to College Humor. They've got one.
Oh yeah,
They've got a pretty good one.
Yeah.
So that ends my bat signal research. But I thought, let's go a little deeper than just surface Batman, because that's all day.
Well, sure.
Bat
I could
signal. There
I
we
could
go.
talk about Batman all day long.
Yeah.
The fact that Michael Keaton has agreed to come back as Batman is pretty fantastic. If you ever watch Batman Beyond, with
I mean, how many Batman things are happening right now?
so many,
A lot.
so many, which is fine with me. It's like all the Star Wars things that are happening now. It's so fine with me.
Yeah. I mean, if you can do it good, do it.
I don't have to watch regular TV. Regular TV is dumb. I just want to watch Star Wars and
Just
comic
give me
book
my
stuff.
comic stuff.
Right.
Yeah. They're making the best stuff right now.
Yes, without a doubt. It's almost like because of COVID, it's pushing them into scenarios like this where they don't have to be feature films. They can be on Disney Plus or Hulu or Netflix
Right, yeah.
or whatever.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to Untapped. Let's start with, what did we start with? We started with
This one.
The platform, right?
Yeah.
So platform, Prandtl's.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, for me, I was such an Ant-Man, Spider-Man guy. Like, Batman and anything DC just kind of went under the rug for me.
That's not terribly uncommon, though.
Yeah.
I was huge into, like, Hank Pym and then just all the Spider-Mans. Like, any Spider-Man and Daredevil.
You were lucky to have those when you grew up, though. When you were a kid, those movies were out. We didn't have that luxury.
right.
True. Well, my dad had that eBay store, so I got all the comics in there. So
Did you appreciate the Punisher? Did you like Punisher?
I never got into Punisher.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it was seriously. I had all the Ant-Man. No, I don't know all the Ant-Man. I probably had like 10 books,
Yeah.
and then Spider-Man, Daredevil, and then they did that crossover show, and I went and rented it from Super Saver like a million times.
That was back when you'd rent something like, you could have just bought it for cheaper. That's how I was with Tecmo Football.
Yeah.
I rented that so many times that I could have paid for it like 8 times over.
Yeah, no, I rented it like a million times. I should have just bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was also back when you couldn't just buy stuff. Like where are you going to find that?
Yeah.
That was the place
true.
you could have it.
So as I search for this, the blonde comes up, but the sweet stout does not. I have to.
Prandtl's chocolate almond tort.
Right, I have to keep looking this up because it's just
All
not.
right.
Sweet stout.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm trying to look it up.
I did write down, and this will come up here in the next couple of episodes. They're pretty good at naming beers.
Oh, okay.
These guys. And I'll teaser, their hazy is
Yeah.
called Haze Jude.
Is it really?
I love that. Yes.
Oh, a Beatles reference.
Oh, man.
Speaking of Beatles.
Yeah.
And we've been kind of talking about movies just recently. Yesterday, in real time,
Okay.
not even a trailer, more of a just some footage that they're not using in the movie came out for Peter Jackson's new Beatles movie.
Well, really?
Yeah,
I found it.
Oh, did you
Peter
find
Jackson, the Hobbit guy.
this? Yeah.
Yeah, he's making a documentary rock movie
Get out.
about Get Back, the last album basically. When they had the
Really?
concert on the rooftop.
Yep.
They found 86 hours of unseen footage because they shot every day. Everything they did in the studio, they got on film. And he's using that to make this movie.
For real.
Wow.
It comes out next year.
I love me some Peter Jackson, so. All
Okay.
right, Dolan,
Prandtl's chocolate almond tort.
hit us.
Okay. 1,612 check-ins.
Okay.
What do you think?
Oh, boy.
This is weird because you're on the guessing game
I
side.
know, right? I almost don't even want to go first. I'll go first. 4.01.
I'm going to say 3.89.
3.79.
What?
That seems low.
Low.
Yeah.
That seems low. Maybe they didn't let it warm up.
I'm going 4 easy on that one.
Oh, easy. I'll 4.25 on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Warm version. You want to keep going with this, Dolan? You want to hit the? You want to do
Yeah,
Hoppin Frog?
sure.
Yeah,
I'll
keep
do
it.
it.
Hoppin Frog.
Speaking of Hoppin Frog, I'm going to put a little bit more
Double
in my
pumpkin.
glass. We got some.
Hoppin Frog double pumpkin.
Yeah, Frog's Hollow.
Double pumpkin ale. It says on here a pumpkin yam beer.
Yeah?
This
That's
is
the category it usually has on
Oh,
tap.
interesting. Well, yeah, because pumpkin yam. Yeah,
Yeah.
gourd.
gotcha. Okay.
But I don't think I've ever had a yam beer or sweet potato.
17,000 check-ins.
Interesting.
That's how big they are. That's a lot.
Oh boy. 372.
388.
3.8 on the dot.
Oh,
3.8.
You're close.
Yeah.
Man.
That's
All right.
4 for me again.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, these have all been good today.
Yeah, they have really been good.
Um,
They all could have stood on their own as their own episode.
Episodes for sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
without a doubt.
Brewers Darkside,
Brewers Darkside. What was it? The American Brown.
American Brown Ale.
Which is unlike any brown I've had before.
Exactly.
Honestly. And
Okay.
There's probably still some in there.
How many check-ins do you think is on this? High or low?
I think it's low.
Oh, I'm going to
probably.
guess
Low.
like 300.
Yeah, 400 or 500.
54 check-ins.
That's it?
Holy
That's been back in the fridge forever.
Wow.
And they
Okay.
maybe didn't make a lot of it.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah. What do you think?
54 check-ins.
That could
Yikes.
be anywhere.
Yeah.
That's like 424.
One guy gives it a 0.25 and it's skewed so bad.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to say 3.68.
3.46.
That's way too low.
Too low.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to boost their scores.
We'll
when we
boost
check
it.
in.
Yeah,
We'll boost
exactly.
3 people check it in. The brewery will be like, what is happening in Nebraska
What the
right now?
heck? How do these guys get that?
A lot
beer?
of those breweries, especially if they're a little smaller, they seem to have somebody that goes into Untapped and will cheers you when you check in their beers.
Yes.
Like I know if you drink an Empyrean beer here in Lincoln or Omaha area, they're on you right away.
They love
Yeah.
it. They want to.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's some breweries that like if I have their beer,
Yeah.
every post they like it. It
And
doesn't
that's-
matter if I rate
you
it
rate
kind of
it,
low
yeah.
or high, or it doesn't matter.
They just want you to drink their stuff.
Yep.
Interesting.
Which is kind of, I don't know. I always like it when the brewery hits me up on Untapped because it makes me feel kind of good.
Yeah.
You're like, oh,
They like that. That's
they
cool.
paid attention that I was
Yeah.
drinking their stuff. Pretty cool.
All right. Next week, week 3 of Drown Out 2020. We've got a beer from Missouri, one from South Dakota, and another one from Illinois.
We've got an IPA, a rye pale ale, and then like a Goza. That's our styles.
Sweet.
So definitely different than today.
Way different.
Yeah.
So, All right. Well, we're not going anywhere for a while.
Let's drink a bunch more beers.
Thank you for listening to A Beer with Atlas. Special thanks to our brand team for producing the show. Each episode of A Beer with Atlas is powered by Atlas MedStaff, an industry leader in travel healthcare staffing.